Again, one of those, yeah, if he gets dueled, not the end of the world. As Reincarnate, or at least ideally. Shadow Demon's Purge, certainly annoying, but I suppose you could deal with that. Is potentially a Radiance carrier, though, and that's something else you always have to be a little bit concerned about, of picking a Radiance carry into the Shadow Demon.
5 seconds remaining.
Essentially giving that to the other team.
Radiant team back.
There's the Tiny, as I mentioned earlier, still left open. And fighting Pepegas will snatch it up. That probably means we are going to see a mid-Tiny. So the Brile Tiny, we saw that earlier today as well. In fact, wasn't that with the LC game? I think it might have been.
10 seconds remaining.
Or no, that might have been the other game, actually. Let me see if I can
5
find
seconds remaining.
Pool. Yeah, they ran it in the second game. That's right. That was fighting Pepegas in the second game against Quincy Crew. That was where their Slarky Eternal Envy didn't have the best farm there on Slark. Tried to carry it with the Tiny and the Axe, but wasn't enough still. But they have it again this game. Setting up to be pretty good. Will be a 10th pick overall for team named. Thinking about who they want to ban right now. Fighting Pepegas still needs their Eternal Envy hero. Slark is banned out. Chaos Knight is still there. Fade Bolt's a little annoying, I suppose, but I think Chaos Knight would be fine. Maybe Phantom Lancer themselves, actually. There's not a lot of AoE clear right now from Team Named. Obviously a Diffusal candidate as well. That's a Techies ban. What the hell? I don't know if they were planning to go Techies. That would have been something.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds.
Has Eternal Envy been playing Techies recently? Have I missed that? Is that something he's been practicing in pubs quite a bit? Maybe I've missed that. Maybe that's the logic behind it. Now fighting Pepegas. Who do they ban? Ember Spirit is still there. Talk about one of the more popular heroes right now in general. Would certainly be a solid mid candidate. I'm trying to think of a hero that'd be useful at helping a kill. Tombstone still. Honestly, Invoker doesn't seem too bad. They banned Timbersaw. Yeah, would have been good in the Tiny matchup. Solid at least. So now what does Fighting Pepegas pick for Eternal Envy? Or at least that's the assumption that we're going to see here.
Radiant
Alchemist?
Terrorblade.
Terrorblade. Haven't seen Terrorblade yet in this Group E action. All right, Eternal Envy Terrorblade is what we get. I like Invoker a little bit more now, even with that Terrorblade pick. I think... Did Romjek play Invoker yesterday? I thought Romjek played Invoker yesterday. So, actually looking back now to see. Might be wrong on that, but... Yeah, he did. Yeah, he played it in their second series.
Choose your hero.
It's not going to be Invoker, though. It is going to be OD instead. And OD is pretty good. It's a great save against LC. Obviously good against Terrorblade. Solid into the matchup against Tiny. Yeah, no, OD is actually a very good pick here. So it's going to be a support Ogre in the end. They are going to run Abaddon as the offlane. Shu is their offlane player. On the other side, doesn't look like anything too crazy happening there. Umianer on his LC, Brian on the Tiny. Unless Eternal Envy queues up on Shadow Demon, then
10 seconds
there you go.
remaining.
It goes on Terrorblade. And Snake King on the
5
Shadow Demon.
seconds remaining.
Yeah, it's, again, team name, they come into this 0-6. It's been a bit of a struggle for them. They have been outmatched, just to be blunt about it. I will say one of the bigger notices, again, of their downfall in this group stages has been that the drafts sometimes just feel a little bit weaker and they get exposed somehow. I actually like this draft. This is honestly probably one of the best drafts from them so far in the group stages. And, of course, it's against a great opponent, and you still have to play it out and everything. But if you were to show me these two drafts just simply without the team names, I would probably favor team names draft, honestly. I actually think the OD pick was a great final pick here. Ogre is going to be a nice buff for the Wraith King to just enhance his damage, and OD for that matter with the Bloodlust. Rubik has not the craziest steals, I suppose, but certainly still has several. And Abaddon is a very successful hero right now in general. So, I like it. I like it. Giving them hope. Now, when you do factor in the teams, of course, fighting Pepegas, if they weren't also playing for too much, then, you know, maybe we could see a fun game here, but not that it's not going to be fun, but I'm getting at, I expect fighting Pepegas to definitely be bringing their A game. If anything, they're playing for first place here in the group stages, which, yes, first and second, you still both move on, but as we discussed earlier, at this rate with how things are going, let me actually double-check on something. EG did defeat J-Storm 2-0, yeah. So at this rate, EG is going to be the first-place seed from the other group. So whoever finishes second in Group B will play Evil Geniuses in the major playoffs. And it goes without saying that's probably of the two between them and J-Storm. Certainly you would rather play J-Storm, right? So that's kind of what we're playing for when you think of the big picture here. As far as moving forward to the major playoffs. Qualifiers, that is. Not for the actual major playoffs yet. That is still a bit away. All right, going to pause here. I can kind of go over other regions and how they've been playing out, too. Because I'm actually intrigued myself. Southeast Asia. Let's see. Southeast Asia, you had Fnatic and Team Adroit finishing first. Adroit, a full Filipino squad, actually from the Open Qualifiers that got second place in the group, so big for them. TNC and Signal Ultra were the teams from the other group. Signal Ultra, another Open Qualifier Filipino team. So how about that? That's Southeast Asia shaping up interesting. And again, Southeast Asia, 3 of the 4 teams qualify for the major. So, yeah, Fnatic, Signal Ultra, TNC, and Team Adroit are those 4 teams that are playing for the major spot. Over in Europe, looks like our playoffs are set for the major playoffs. You have Liquid versus NIP and Alliance versus Singularity. Now, again, to reiterate, Liquid is now what used to be the Alliance squad, Insania, Mickey, Boxy, and crew. So you have Liquid versus NIP, and then Alliance, the new Alliance team, they're going to be playing Singularity. 2 of those 4 teams qualify for the major in Europe. How fun would it be to have Alliance versus Liquid for a major spot? I'm just saying. That would be pretty cool. So not that I'm 100% rooting for that, because obviously a fan of NIP as well. But and Singularity is certainly a fun team themselves. I'm honestly a little surprised they got there. Singularity had their struggles in a recent event that I was covering, but they got to the top 4 and have a chance to go to the major. So that's big for them, Excalibur and crew. All right, anyways, we're focused back on NA. And the Bounty Runes ends up being 2 for 2, although a lot of contesting going on. Oh, they might. Okay, I did switch the graphic. I thought for a second I did. Whew! Oh, it wouldn't have been a big deal. Anywho. Howie 2000 is a Tech East player, noob caster. I mean, okay, but when the team already has a Shadow Demon and an Undying who are likely going to be your supporting cast, are you really going to run techies? That matter in LC and a Titan. Like, unless you're planning to run safe lane techies, you're probably not going to do that. So I still stand by it's kind of a silly ban to me, but anywho, my game just froze. Again, guys, I apologize. I really have no clue why this has been happening today. Every once in a while, my Dota has been freezing up on me. I've restarted a couple times already. Okay. Apparently, we're going to reconnect back in. Hopefully not missing too much action. Okay. So yeah, the Shadow Demon LC down here against the Wraith King Ogre Magi. Right now, LC 9-2 in a CS. LC's off to a great start, but Wraith King 7-0, managing pretty well. Versus Tiny mid matchup, back and forth there. You have an Arcane Rune spawning for Ogre Magi to pick up. As he heads back towards the bottom lane. Terrorblade, he's used the early metamorphosis. In fact, coming back off cooldown in about 20 seconds. Back up and ready to go. So far, he's 7-5. Undying's being ran at. That Curse of Avernus is doing some work. He's got another Decay to use. But with that Photic Shield, you got to be careful. Zero throws it out, and now he will be fine. Are you kidding me? Nice. I don't know what's going on, guys. We'll give it one more time, I guess, to figure out what the hell's happening, but... Okay. All right, get that back up. So yeah, Legion Commander's basically having free farm down here, 25-4 right now. Not much that Ogre can do by himself, really, to thwart him off, especially with the Shadow Demon nearby. But Shadow Demon currently not there, so as I say this, Legion Commander going to take a little bit of pressure. Commander even going in there for an extra last hit, getting greedy. But it is fine, apparently. How about OD in that mid lane? 22-13 now against the 15-9 Tiny. So Ramjek looking very strong early on. Double no Talisman as a bracer. Goes back to this OD pick. Great final pick for several reasons. 5-minute bounty runes. Oh, FP manages to get 3 of them. And I believe, yep, Terrorblade destroyed the other one with his illusion. So he says, if we're not getting it, neither are you. So a 3-for-0 there to favor the Fighting Pepegas.
Regeneration.
Radiant structures are
Shadow Demon's
fortified.
rotating around. Of course, OD is having that great start, so Snake King wants to help out Bryle. See about setting up a gank. And look at the top lane. When, oh, not that far. They were pretty aggressively pushed up, but nothing happening from it. Bottom lane, Moomiander, he is going to die. First blood. Again, and what's the similarity from before? It's no Shadow Demon nearby. He is busy roaming towards the mid lane. In fact, is going to be scanned out as well. You see right there at the last second the scan hits him. So Romjek has that information. He even runs on over as an aggressive ward is going to be placed by Snake King. New Meander, press the attack. He's going to man up against Wraith King. But with Ogre coming over, they got to be careful. Ignite comes out. And Wraith King taking the overwhelming odds, but he will be fine. But Moon Meander still ticking down. That Ignite gets him down to 30 life. If Ogre Magic can find him with a Fire Blast. Unable to find him, though. Going through the trees, another press the attack. Meanwhile, Snake King gets the poisons up on Wraith King. Maybe one more. Yeah, that might be enough. Yeah, that's enough. He secures the kill, so the bait out from Moon Meander, and it's going to be a 2-for-0 possibly. Can Snake King keep the poisons coming? There's 3. He'll need 5 for this one. One more. Yep, he gets it. Oh, the timing. Just enough damage before he heals on up. So a double kill for Shadow Demon. Over here, OD's in trouble. Gets low. He's put under, though, as he uses the imprisonment. He puts the Sanity's Eclipse out. Kills Shadow Demon. Trying to juke around the trees, but it's not going to work. Tiny too fast with a haste. And does secure the kill. So a good attempt from Romjek there. The Dire team having the better of it. Well, looks like Bryle, well, he's definitely recovered. He's now top in net worth after that. Here comes Shadow Demon top lane now. And Shu is going to shield on up, but it's probably not going to matter. We will rip him down.
Tower is under attack.
And now Snake King runs into Rubik over here. Uh-oh. Rubik's dead. Nice lift, but will it even matter? Probably not. Bryle even makes his way over. Snake King taking credit for the kill. This Shadow Demon's doing work all over the map. Got the early Arcane Boots. And is certainly benefiting from it.
Dire structures are fortified.
Soul Catcher up after the disruption. Ogre Magi. That's a Photic Shield, though. Yeah, this Savadin is, of course, very good against Shadow Demon. Tiny's running in. Avalanche on both. Rubik's dead. The rest will run, or Shu's coming back in for now, but Shadow Demon's actually going to port to the mid lane because right now nobody from either side is in the mid lane. And Snake King wants to take advantage, soak up some experience, get a little bit of farm. You see Wraith King has the Midas queued up. LC going to go that early Blade Mail once again. Moomiana did that the previous series as well. Also, a Bounty Rune is about to spawn in front of him, and right now it's shaping up to be 4-for-0 Bounty Rune. Yeah, the top lane, you'll see Bryle's going to bottle this one. And nobody picking up the top one yet. Double damage was picked up by OD, though. Uh-oh, Bryle's in a dangerous spot. He's going to hide in the Roshan pit, and there's a pause. So this is interesting. Bryle, he's got his combo ready, the Avalanche Toss. Snake King's nearby. I assume he's going to Avalanche both, or try to, toss back OD to Rubik. and then run towards Shadow Demon. Went for it there. Oh no, he stays in the pit actually. Hiding there almost, and he runs away from a Shadow Demon, but it's going to be enough because of the bottle charges. Even with the Sanity's Eclipse. Oh, he can't pick up the bounty. He finally picks it up. Almost walked on by. And now Snake King trying to set up a turn here on a Rubik. Poison. Nope. And Rubik will get out of here. But the fact that Tiny lived, that's the good news. $4,000 net worth lead right now for fighting Pepegas. Doesn't necessarily even feel like it's that much of a lead, but this Shadow Demon has done a good job of controlling some nice tempo for the team. Terrorblade. Eternal Envy is very, it might as well be first in the farm. Him, LC, and Tiny all very similar farm at the top of the charts. Going to work together, killing this ancient stack, but now they're going to smoke up even. Interesting to smoke up with the Terrorblade. He's got Metamorphosis, though. And they want to find a free kill on this Ogre, get some dual damage from Moon Meander. There you go. Probably transition nicely into the tower. You see Meta even popped. It may be a little early. Could have potentially waited for the tower, at least, but either way. I suppose the sooner he uses it now, that means the sooner it'll be up eventually again. So can look at it that way too. But yeah, this is definitely going to be a tower kill.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
And suddenly Eternal Envy even is topping the charts. Bryle is toying with them, pushing out the top lane. There's another TP, this one from LC coming in. Snake King. Nice rip kill, keeping him alive. The Tombstone's put down as well, and for the time being, Shadow Demon even will remain alive. Tiny goes for the combo, finishes off Rubik. You see jabs on the Ogre. He's too far up. He goes down. The Tombstone's slow for the zombies too much. And now Abaddon's trying to run. Unfortunately, another duel comes up, brings him right back in. And a double kill for Bryle. More importantly, though, another dual victory for Legion Commander. And now we're looking at plus 20.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
See OD. Interesting. OD going the Veil. Huh.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Can't say that's a build I usually see. Does take him up a little bit earlier on, though. Now you have the Midas finish on Wraith King. He uses it right away. OD. It's disrupted, but the counter Astral Imprisonment. The Purge is up, though, on OD. Tossed in. Shadow Demon going in. 4 stacks, gets the uses it. Shadow Demon dies for this, though, and so Bryle maybe sending his teammate in for a suicide mission. I mean, it is a 2-for-1. Multicast on Tiny, but he's got LC nearby. And with Legion Commander, they're going to get a double kill. Another toss in, another dual victory potentially. Nope. Borrowed time, going to keep Abaddon for live, at least preventing the victory. Can he actually escape with this? Aphotic Shield? No. Instead, it's a triple kill for Tiny. And of course, while that's all happening, you have to remember Eternal Envy's just farming away on his Terrorblade. Continues to push out the bottom lane. The illusions. More bounty rune control coming out. And another 4 bounty runes for the Dire team as well. Oh no. The Sanity's Eclipse doesn't even kill Legion Commander. He thought it was just enough damage. Unfortunately, he did the math wrong, and Moon Meander lives. A lot of stacking going on here in the jungle. Snake King using the poisons. Making their way to the top lane with the smoke, by the way, as this is an off-lane Abaddon. He realizes that something might be up, so he starts to run back, but it might be too little too late unless... Oh no, now they find him. He went to farm, so he really didn't have a clue. And now he's certainly in trouble. Gonna borrow time. Set up a duel. Yep, he's gonna duel him here. Borrow time, wearing off. There you go, another winner for Legion Commander.
Top tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen. Radiant structures are fortified.
Ogre's gonna get found.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
That's terrible. It already a full Manta style. Fighting Pepegas playing very well around the Terrorblade. Legion Commander, of course, leading that. Again, no blink even yet. He's not even going for it. It's this previous series as well. Just went for the Blade Mail first. I think he went the blink next in that game, but yeah, I'm just going to go for a Heaven's Halberd first instead. Or I guess a follow-up. Great against both the Wraith King and the OD. Apparently they found Ogre once again, trying to deal with these wards. Nice deny by Terrorblade at the bottom tower. He ports in just in time. So we get the deny even off. Radiant side trying to find some kills. Wraith King about 2,500 gold saved up, so he's trying to get the Radiance.
Invisibility.
Meander's going to protect this top lane. All 5 heroes are up here for team named. Blink ready on OD. Oh, but Bryle's coming in with the invis. He's going to scout them out. He's going to pick off Rubik off the bat. Oh, he didn't kill him initially, actually. So the Astral Imprisonment will save for the time being up here. Press the attack, saves Undying, and now Rubik, he's still trying to run. Meanwhile, Duel's up on OD. OD taking the toss on top of it as well, but the Duel's not going to be victorious. Not enough follow-up damage. They do kill Wraith King, but they're Incarnate. We'll bring him right back up immediately with the Avalanche. Still, the Photic Shield helping him, but the toss on in. Down goes Abaddon. And Wraith King living for the time being. Astral Imprisonment again on Bryle, but a double kill in the end for him as he does catch up to the Wraith King. Veil fairly standard nowadays. I have not seen a Veil game this whole tournament on OD. We've seen several ODs, so. I mean, yeah, it makes sense. It's not a horrible item. I'm not saying I don't understand it at all, but. Okay. Apparently it's fairly standard now. It's interesting.
Look out for fallen rocks.
We hit 20 minutes, though, and again, Radiant team, I mean, this is a spot where they're actually up a man, of course, killing Terrorblade. You'd figure that they would be able to control these bounty runes, but they don't. All 4 bounty runes yet again go in the way of fighting Pepegas. You already see the Heaven's Halberd finish now in Legion Commander. Talked about how great that's going to be against both of these cores on the other side. OD jumping in. But Legion Commander, a little too threatening. CLC is almost trying to bait them in here, because Tiny is in the waiting. But go back to Eternal Envy, just farming the bottom portion of the map while the top is being distracted. Team Named is doing a lot of sticking together right now.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Our team's smoked up. They're running in. LC. See if they can find Wraith King as a target. Don't want to duel him initially. They are going to kill him. Duel for after the fact. He wants to activate it. Gets lifted away, though. Mumiana couldn't get a range. The Tombstone's put down uphill. And there's the duel. They catch Wraith King. Wraith King is going to get killed off for the victory. And with the Tombstone on the uphill, yeah, you need to retreat out of here if you can, if you're the Radiant side. Nice blink out initially from OD, but the blink from Brawl to chase him down. The Aphotic Shield comes in. Abada doing everything he can to save him. It's not going to be enough. Shoe's also going to fall as Eternal Envy in that Metamorphosis form dishing out plenty of right-click damage. That ends up being a triple kill for Terrorblade. And now the mid tower is going to fall. And backdoor protection doesn't matter, apparently.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's
Yikes.
middle tower has fallen.
That is a
Radiant's
Rax
middle
kill at
barracks
23
is under
minutes.
attack. Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
And you see them queuing the shrine.
Radiant's top shrine is under attack. Radiant's top shrine has fallen. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Here's a carbon footprint. Invisibility.
Rubik found there. OD. He's trying to run. LC's running in, though. The blink, not necessary. How about that? The disruption into the Astral Imprisonment. Did he duel the wrong target? Oh, no, he got the right one. I had the health bars backwards right there. I thought for a second LC was dying. Never mind. Yeah, this game is a bit of a runaway now. 25-4 hero kill lead. 21,000 net worth lead. Don't think that TP was ever going to work.
What?
This will do nicely. Radiant are scanning.
Team named is
Radiant structures are
going to try to make a
fortified.
play out of their base. They smoke up, and it feels like a last-ditch effort here. Going to be exposed as Tiny happens to be nearby. They saw him for a second. Running in OD, but the whole team is here. Uh-oh. Off to the side, Metamorphosis activated. Eternal Levy just beats down Rubik. That Blade Mail Legion Commander. The duel comes in. OD's out, so is Ogre. And Wraith King suddenly finds himself by himself. He's going to try to run the other direction.
Radiant's top
Oh, he's
tower
living.
is under attack.
Not in the end, though.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
So Tiny got the toss,
Radiant's
requires
top
no
barracks are under
targets.
attack. Radiant's top barracks has fallen.
All
Radiant's
right,
top
they're going to call
barracks
GG.
has fallen.
Was wondering, this lead was just getting too excessive, and that did seem like a bit of a last-ditch effort, so maybe talk things over. But game one in the books, Fighting Pepega will take the first game. Team named, again, just simply playing for pride at this point, trying to just at least get a victory out of this. Obviously a very tough challenge, though, up against their opponents. But you know what? I go back to it, I still stand by. I think their draft was overall pretty solid. I do like the OD pick a lot. Just simply came down to getting outplayed. Unfortunately, that's going to happen sometimes. So, game one of the books, game two around the corner. This is the North American MDL Major Qualifying coverage. As I'm Breaky, CPK, or Caster. We got one more game in this series, and then our final series coming after. So looking forward to a fun finish here once again. Team named versus the Fighting Pepegas. We'll be back with game number 2.